I mean, we are devastated by the Chi-Coms. And they're so bold, folks. They take over the universities, the hiring processes. They're putting CFR/globalist Chinese agents who are black, white, old, young. Most of them aren't Chinese. Into the government agencies. I mean, we're far gone. We're far, far gone. And Trump's trying to just scrape some of it off and just almost negotiate, you know, where we won't be totally destroyed because Hillary and the globalists were going to totally implode us. And then they call him a Russian traitor. It's just so painful to watch. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And it's just like people think great white sharks are going to kill them, even though less than 15 people a year die from them. Most folks won't swim in the ocean because they think a shark's going to eat them. It's the fears they inject in our minds. Myth over reality. The illusion over facts. Communist China's killed over 100 million of their own people, conservatively. And now our entire military-industrial complex, our entire media complex, Google, Facebook, Twitter, are all moving there and setting up censorship systems to help oppress the Chinese people. And they're launching all the same censorship here. And Congress finally, halfway, is getting awake. Finally, halfway is concerned. And the globalist answer is to have everything from Fox News to CNN lie about me, defame me, not show what I actually said, and say I need to be taken off the air to set that precedent. I want to open the phones up specifically for listeners, and I'll go to your calls. I'm bad about not going to them. On China. I mean, how this is hiding in plain view, how communist China has had Apple move there and put the keys to the Apple code and their iCloud, and that means your identity, to the Chinese government. The only thing more outrageous is they gave them 21 million names and backgrounds and social security numbers of our entire U.S. government, their families, their spouses, U.S. intelligence. I mean, we are devastated by the Chi-Coms. And they're so bold, folks. They take over the universities, the hiring processes. They're putting CFR/globalist Chinese agents who are black, white, old, young. Most of them aren't Chinese. Into the government agencies. I mean, we're far gone. We're far, far gone. And Trump's trying to just scrape some of it off and just almost negotiate, you know, where we won't be totally destroyed because Hillary and the globalists were going to totally implode us. And then they call him a Russian traitor. It's just so painful to watch. It's so epic. It's so historical. And then I'm reading the news, and they're just like, oh, big deal. Okay, they're helping run the censorship. And they're bringing it in here. And they're helping arrest and kill people. We need Bill Hemmer on Fox to, you know, talk about, isn't it terrible, the millions that have been killed by the Chinese, and now Google's helping him. But no, he'll just have someone on to lie about what I said about Sandy Hook and then never show any proof. And he'll look real good in the camera and feel good about himself and, you know, join in with CNN and everybody else lying about me in the New York Times and, you know, just join in on it. And then there's criticism of Tucker Carlson and others because they said, well, Alex isn't perfect, but a lot of that's out of context. And, you know, my God, look at the stuff, you know, that Bill Maher says. And he says abort all the babies, and he hopes America implodes, and he wants to have a depression. But that's okay. And they can all say, kill Trump, kill Trump, kill Trump. I say figuratively, politically, I want to have a political shootout with Robert Mueller. The last thing I want is Mueller to get hurt. Turn him into a victim, into a martyr. Everybody knows I'm against offensive violence. It's not who I am. But they're always saying I'm violent. So I said, why don't I said a little split-second thing. I do this a lot. So it was premeditated, but not really. It's kind of like a spontaneous, like love at first sight, hate at first sight. It was like, it was thought out, but like in 10 seconds. It was like, Mueller makes me so sick, the way he's railroading everybody and having fake trials and breaking the Constitution and spying on Manafort's phone calls in jail with his lawyers, totally illegal. And gosh, it's so crazy. And he was involved for 10 years with the Lolita Express with all these world leaders on it, having sex with reportedly his kids as young as 7. They whitewashed it to 14, 13-year-olds. They were being taken to sex islands and sex sheiks, you know, with harems, just nightmare stuff in the Middle East. And it makes me mad. And I said, you know, oh, Mueller raped kids right in front of you. But I said, that's not what he does. He doesn't do it reportedly. He just watches it and uses it to blackmail people, which is confirmed. And the media goes, it's crazy. He claims that Mueller's in a pizza place raping people. Never said that. They just mix it all together, and that's crazy, huh? But you know what? That news got out by me getting up there saying, I don't want to do this for real, but I mean politically, you know, high noon, spaghetti western music. We're going to take these globalists out politically. They turn that into, you're being violent, you're threatening us, you're so mean, oh, when they're the ones constantly saying murder, 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 attack Trump supporters, kidnap Barron, rape him, rape him, rape him, rape him.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
He goes to jail, he goes to jail. Lock him up.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
You know, President Trump talks about how we need to be trailblazers, how we need to be outsiders, how we need to expose the current stagnant system that's been suppressing us, wanting to make us poor so he can consolidate control and buy us up for pennies on the dollar. That really is the globalist system. And he's absolutely right. So it is an honor to be persecuted by the globalists, and to be lied about and to be demonized. But it's an honor to draw them out so we can show who they are, so that you take action and you take the country back politically, culturally, spiritually, financially. Another hero is Julian Assange, who's been in solitary confinement in a closet-sized room. They converted a closet with a bed and enough room for a laptop. They took that away over a year ago. No communication with the outside. It's all been one hell of a time for him, and he was very bipartisan in that he exposed Republicans, he exposed Democrats. He very judiciously released information that exposed criminal activity of the NSA, criminal activity of the CIA, illegal spying on Congress, illegal spying on Trump, illegal spying on me. But they had my home number, my old cell, my new cell, and my office line. And they had Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago private apartment number that I had. Total proof of Obama spying on Trump and yours truly a decade ago. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the real deal. And America's had freedom so long, people don't recognize real tyranny when it hits them right between the eyes. But everyone needs to go to Infowars.com. The article is right up there at the top of the page, red link. Petition to Trump, pardon Julian Assange. And we go over the fact that he engaged in regular journalistic activity and did a wonderful job being advised by top journalism professors around the world, and that he was very, very fair about what he did, and that you need to send the message that he's a hero. Now, I know they claim he's a Russian agent with no evidence and all the rest of that garbage, even though they've released stuff on Russia and Israel as well, and China. But it doesn't matter. It's the right thing to do. And you wouldn't have gotten elected without Drudge. You wouldn't have gotten elected without what you've done, obviously. You can't say it's any one person, but without any of us together, it wouldn't have happened. So we need the president to pardon Julian Assange. And you said in a speech, I don't care who got her illegal server. It's illegal. It's about what she did that's wrong. Don't change the subject. Go back to that instinct, sir. But you told Assange, release it. You said release more stuff. And he's in the crosshairs. And he needs to be pardoned if he's brought back to the United States. Look at that. Everybody else is just like yellow or clear. That's because it's been denatured, it's been watered down. We didn't do that. You think I would metaphysically sell you something that is the very best I can get? I'd rather go to hell than do that. I will only give you the maximum best info, the maximum truth, the maximum product, because I want that goodwill. What I do to you, I do to myself. Don't you get the big secret? You ever seen fish oil look like that? No, you never seen that, have you? And this little jewel right here is solid, liquid consciousness. Look it up. Find out how even the FDA and the government admits fish oil is incredible. The number one thing anybody can do for themselves is take good fish oil or krill oil. Just like our information is dynamite, so are our products, InfoWarsStore.com.